towards the B bomb side. Are they going to actually just run straight in? That's very uncommon if they do that. Not anymore. Flamey going to go for a fight and an instant pick off there. HE is down. Freakazoid wants to avenge his fallen leader, but he gets flashed out of it. And Flamey trying to fall back behind the barrels here, looking for another headshot. He's going to get it. Has time to reload. Grenade going to touch him up, but Flamey's not done. Oh, finally, they take him down. Shroud with the Tech-9. But is it too late? He gets a double, and the bomb is going to go down. Guardian trying to come up from behind. Shroud trying to defend his teammates as the bomb has been planted. It's still a 3v3, and Na'Vi going to have to go for the retake now. They've got the kit, but Guardian is falling out. Seized has the kit here. He's very low on health, and he drops nothing, picking up a double kill. And Cloud9, they win that round in a very unlikely manner. I thought for sure they were going to lose it.
Yeah, Shroud for me is the hero. Shroud is the hero of that round. Getting the kills, but more importantly, getting the information. Spots Guardian on short, spots the man at Monster, gets all these so that his teammates aren't walking out into easy shots for Na'Vi. They get coordinated, they get the information, and they play off without. Shroud, just huge pistol round for him. And losing Sean early on, not the biggest deal because he only had an HE and then no Kevlar, nothing really to work with.
Did Jordan just stop the train with a decoy? I think he did. Shroud there with a big opening frag on Flamey, but Sousa's going to get overrun as well. He gets a kill, but goes down to Freakazoid, and just a free bomb side here. But I think Jordan just stopped the train with the decoy, because you can do that. Someone was pointing that out on Reddit. Very interesting. He picked that up quickly then.
Ooh. Can't help myself. Like, ooh. Guardian. Calm down, you beast. He's hitting shots, man, and he's going to back off. I think now it's basically back off, hold on to the Kevlar helmet, and Edward thinking to hold on to that MAC-10, which makes perfect sense as well.
If he gets an exit with the MAC-10, that's great. That's so much money for him to work with, and he's going to take down nothing. Very, very important. That's $600 right there, but Scandoodle's going to leg him, and he was already low.
And Guardian will live through that round, no problem at all. But they do what they need to here, actually, Na'Vi. They get 3 kills out of that. So, solid work getting Cloud9 to spend the money, even if they are kind of going halvesies with the SMGs, etc. They still have to re-up on the nades, on the Kevlar. But this is the start that Cloud9 needed desperately here on Overpass. They couldn't have a repeat of Inferno where, sure, they win the pistol, but then Na'Vi come back, and then Na'Vi have got them in this perpetual stranglehold that just keeps tightening. Now, Cloud9 now have some room to work with. But Na'Vi, pretty much hard eco from them. P250 picked up on Edward, but that's basically because of that MAC-10 kill. And then they stack B, expecting Cloud9 to rush through here, but no, Cloud9, they're elsewhere on the map.
And this goes back to the other metagame change that we've been talking about. It feels like now, whenever you feel like the CT side is going to be ecoing, you want to push long, and pretty much with the whole team. So I'm not... It's okay that they leave Sean behind, because he got a MAC-10, even if he gives it up, it's not such a big deal. But the rest of the team grouping up, pushing long, because it's much easier to take a fight against USPS at this range here. They're going to be just fine, pushing into the bomb site. And there is Flamey with a return, but otherwise it's looking decent enough here for Cloud9. They lost one of the MAC-10s, and as long as they can pick up a couple of P90s here at the end of the round, it's not going to be the end of the world either. So actually, Edward gets a kill, so now it is getting a little bit too expensive here for Cloud9. They should still win the round. No kits on Na'Vi and no armor either, but... yeah, Na'Vi getting a lot out of this round, maybe more than they should.
Definitely. I mean, these kills are going to add up. And there you go, nothing, just zones in. Taking out Edward. Clever stuff there, getting a read on his opponent's position. But yeah, they're spending way more money than they should be right now. Skadoodle's going to have to upgrade for an AWP here. Is he going to pull a Guardian and hold on to that Scout? Yeah, no, okay, there it is. I was about to say, you know, Skadoodle, you're still a sane man. But they're spending so much more money that they're really going to be at risk of ecoing if they lose this round.
Flamey, is he going to go for the peak? Look how fast they are. That Molotov bounces the wrong way, and that's going to create an opening. He wanted that to go into Monster and not actually on the outside, and that's a big risk now. Sousa's going to go down. Look how quick they are. That failed Molotov allowed them to get so quickly in here. Flamey's going to be dropped, and one tiny mistake, a couple of pixels to the left, and he would have had it. Instead, it hits the wall, and Na'Vi going to have to give up the round immediately. This is a huge win for Cloud9.
4 rounds, and really, they could actually go out and start hunting. Send Shongares out there, send nothing out there. Just get a rifle off of Na'Vi. If you can find Guardian, even better. But right now, Na'Vi have taken up pretty solid positions to hold on to their guns, so it's going to be a bit tough for Cloud9, and they might just elect to hold on to their own stuff and start building a bank. So, still a valid play here for Cloud9. But you're absolutely right, Anders. That Molotov, it makes all of the difference. And Cloud9, they were wise. They did not let the opportunity pass. They just pounced. So 4-0 lead now for Cloud9, and we go into the next round here. Na'Vi, they're going to be able to get a buy out of this. They can drop some FAMASas for their teammates, so everybody's going to get a full one here. But Cloud9, they maintain that pressure.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. And I'm kind of impressed and also a bit intrigued by the fact that Cloud9 are getting so many of these rounds to work at the B-bomb site by just walking into B. Normally, we've seen a lot of hits towards A, but if you do go B, you generally tend to try and do some clever boosts outside where the sewer is and try and see if you can look over the wall. Seized, jumping to look over the smoke, and he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught as he's trying to fall back in towards the restrooms. But I like this from Na'Vi as well, trying to be aggressive and put a little bit of a slowdown on Cloud9 here. It's a good idea.
And once again, Cloud9 just taking over long. All 5 members as well, just really pushing here, making sure that they can't get overlap, making sure that they can't, well, you know, if ever you're going to trade 1-for-1, this would be it, right?
Yeah.
So they want to just explode out onto the site. And right now, Na'Vi trying to set it up. Seized could be getting boost. No, he's going to boost Guardian instead. No, rather he's boosting Edward.
Oh, but there's nobody covering long right now. Cloud9 are getting very close. This could be a disaster for Na'Vi. Cloud9 are moving up here. They need to react to this, and right around the corner, the tower is there, but they're both going to get knocked down, and now Flamey and Zeus are left. They can't do a thing. They have to run away. They can't possibly even dream of retaking this. That was gold for Cloud9. 2 people on top of each other like that is great if you're looking over smoke or looking over that sign right there. Not great if you're fighting 5 members of Cloud9 who are coming in on the other side. And there's Skadoodle covering the rear, taking out Susan. Flamey, the last man alive here. This is an absolutely stunning start for Cloud9. Nothing like what I was expecting.
Just brute force tactics, essentially. All 5 there means that even if Guardian opens up strong, taking out 1 pick, he instantly gets traded. It's just the trade mechanic. That's how it's supposed to work. And now Cloud9, they know where Flamey's playing from. No, not fast enough. Shroud, no, he gets for the repeat. Flamey goes back out into the open and loses his gun. Shroud gets that kill, and now it's a very awkward spot. Na'Vi, they just have the money to go for the buy. Edward drops that AWP for Guardian, and so he will just have the Kevlar. There it is. But no nades. Look at how light they are on nades. Not a single kit either. This is a downward slope for Na'Vi. Unless they can come up big here and just win flat out in the aim duels, they're not going to have any utility to help them retake a site.
Wow, it's too close to call it yet, but it's starting to look like a bit of a meltdown for Na'Vi here. They're really not getting into some good positions, although finally Guardian comes up with a big kill there on Freakazoid, and now they can afford to play even more defensively if they need to. Sean Gares moving up into connector, but you can see how far back on the map they're already putting themselves. I'm not sure why Zeus is hanging around here. I would say that's a bit of risk. I'd much rather see him grouped up on the B-bomb side with Flamey. Sean trying to see if he can get a quick peek at somebody here, but I think they heard the door opening, and Flamey just confirms that nobody's moved out yet.
And he spots the 1 man and an attempted wallbang there, but no joy. But Na'Vi, they literally have a single flash. So when Cloud9 start to come and knocking on a site, it's going to get real difficult here for Na'Vi to hold. And now Shongar is starting to peek towards mid. Na'Vi have consolidated. They're still holding a little bit out. Edward on the angle. He might be able to catch Sean Gares with the nade in his hand. This could be big. Edward, is he going to get that free kill? Yes, he will. Very well done on him.
5v3 and 30 seconds left. This shouldn't be doable for Cloud9. Wondering if they're going to try and do it quick here or just move back and save what they've got for another round, because they kind of need to make up their minds right now. Otherwise, it's going to be too late no matter what. Nothing going to go down, and Shroud and Skadoodle, not sure they should be trying to push this. They could just try and save, but yeah, I think the call finally came through then. 10 seconds left on the round. So 5-1, nicely handled round from Na'Vi, just picking up a couple of kills here in the beginning and then going for the defensive route.
And Skadoodle, 1 HP, but they're not willing to peek. This is also wise on Navi's part. Every gun is so valuable for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Now they can hold on to it. Now they don't have to drop for anybody. They'll get full nades, incendiary grenades, kits once again. So also good on Na'Vi for not hunting too much, because they know that Cloud9 have the money to buy for days right now, or at least to rebuy that AWP for Skadoodle if they were to get it off of him. So good control, good self-control really by Na'Vi. And now we get to see how they decide to answer Cloud9. And how does Sean Gares change it up? Because once again, they're going top mid. They're going to get into playground. And are they going to start looking towards long once again? Because Na'Vi haven't put much emphasis here. Usually you see Guardian actually turn that into a bit of a playground for himself. That's just not the case right now.
Yeah, you got to wonder if that's a lack of confidence or if the team as a whole just isn't up to it. I think it would really help them if Guardian could take a fight early on over here and just, get a pick off and run back. And if you've got a teammate with him to be a bodyguard, I still think that's a smarter choice than falling all the way back in the bomb site like this. Cloud9 have 3 smokes and a Molotov as well, so they can definitely execute quite heavily onto this bomb site if they get in position. And you can kind of tell that that's what they want to do right now. Edward is in a position where he's going to get smoked off. Guardian very likely going to get smoked off where he is, and playing by the truck is seized, and that's a common smoke spot as well. So 3 smokes, 3 positions that almost always get hit, and flashbangs are in early. Seized, not going to get smoked, just going to get downed, and Guardian to fall next. Look at the timing here for Cloud9. Nothing taking down Edward as well. It does have Flamey and Susa left, but they're in a 2v4, and it's not going to work out. Triple kill for nothing. My God, this is looking so good. 6-1, and nothing on 10 kills at the moment. You know, I'm not sure there's much, stock trade in ice bags, but if there is, it's time to buy some, because, I mean, this might become a very popular trend for pro gamers.
I can see it, nothing just making that a requirement at every LAN. You have to have just this much ice. I can only balance this much. But the big thing here is that Na'Vi they played so careful, almost scared, that they allowed for Cloud9 to get right up on the site. And yeah, it's going to be a quick execute over to the B side here. Cloud9 not wasting any time, but they know that Na'Vi seems like they have a pretty good read on it. It's going to be a stack, but Na'Vi have the pistols, and Freakazoid takes point, finds the headshot on Seized. Flamey looking for an angle, trying to go through the smoke, not going to hit anything at all. Songares annihilates him, and it's going to be Zeus now with the CZ-75, holding close on short, but he is last man standing here for Na'Vi. And so, expected outcome here. Cloud9 managed to just power through onto that site. The big thing here now is going to be whether Na'Vi decide to go aggressive in the next buy round or if they continue to try and play passive. Because if Cloud9 get all the space in the world to just walk up onto a site and they're hitting headshots like this, what do you do to stop that?
Cause being called here by C, so they're going to have a similar discussion as we were just talking about there. How do we end this? How do we stop the pain here? Someone quickly go and register the domain esportsice.com and just make sure you get in on that business right there.
Oh, dude, there's so many different ways to go with that. I think it'll blow up in the COD scene for some reason. I don't know.
There's so many really good sales points like keep a cool head. So many taglines like that you could put on the product.
Yeah, how to stay sharp.
It's good because all you're selling people is really, really cold water, and that must feel good.
Yeah, and that's the key to focus, right?
Yeah, 1 ice bag, $50, right there.
Mm-hmm. Good price. Okay.
Ninth round is going to be the moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, look at that. Actually, they're all quiet. What is this? They're pondering life, existence. What does it mean? I mean, right now, Sean Garris is not going to be wasting any time. As we can see, they are already having the discourse there, just basically going over what needs to happen. And Stunna also focusing on what's important. But Cloud9, they have got this match in their hands at this point. 7 rounds on T side, plenty more rounds to play in the half. This is in their hands.
I mean, I definitely don't want to jinx this, but we've been here before, haven't we? Where it looks so good for Cloud9. Yeah, knocking on. I don't think this is wood, but whatever it is.
It's wood laminate.
knock on wood laminate. It's not quite as effective. And looks like
we got to give Na'Vi a chance, right?
I mean, it almost feels like Cloud9's decision was to say, okay, they're going to try and change something, but we'll just do what's been working already.
And Guardian holding long. There's a man in mid. There you go. That's how Na'Vi are starting to change it up. They're saying we're giving up way too much control. Edward holding restrooms like this, and Guardian finally in position on long to stop Cloud9 from just walking up there for free. So these are the adjustments right there made by Na'Vi. Cloud9, though, they aren't falling for it. They've got 2 guys in link, 2 guys towards B. Curious to see how they decide to play it out from here, if they commit, or if they're going to start looking to start getting map control in mid.
Problem is, if they go up connector and get close to Edward, he's got an MP7, not really the best weapon for it. Spray through from Seized, and that could have definitely connected a lot more. It did drop Sean fairly low, but he's now setting up for a couple of grenades here, also doing a little bit of damage on the Shroud. Grenade in the back there, gonna at least force that position from Flamey, and he gets a follow-up, but look at that. Edward coming in from the back and taking out Shroud, so pretty good kill. Sean will return. And that's still an AK for an MP7, so I think Na'Vi are going to be okay with that trade, especially as Sean is also very low on health here. But look at the time, 25 seconds as they're running long. They're going to have to just get in here and don't stop. If they can win the fight against Guardian, they might have a chance, but they need to be so quick about it. If he gets 1 kill on the guy carrying the bomb, this round is probably over. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, and Skadoodle going down. Nothing has the bomb. He's punching in those numbers, and he is going to be all alone in a 1v3. Very tough position. And Na'Vi should be able to get this back into a 2-7 scenario. Nothing trying to hide in the back, but Flamey will catch him, and it's a team ace. Every member of Na'Vi picking up a round, making it 7-2. So good job on their part. And some, I mean, you saw what the power is of denying all their map control.
And Lightning doesn't strike twice, I guess, or doesn't strike the same place twice. I was wondering, 1v3 clutch for nothing again?
Yeah.
Like what we had versus Envy? I mean, that just goes to show how difficult it is to do what Nothing did earlier on Train. But, yeah, Na'Vi, they get into Restroom. Edward also pushing into Connector, catching a free kill there. Guardian challenging her. I mean, it's just basically Cloud9 trying to take into account that Na'Vi are going to go aggressive, but that slowed down their game to the point where they had no more time. So now I'm wondering if they're going to try and go for a bit more of a turn of speed here. Because once again, Guardian, once again, they go right back to that same setup. Cloud9 didn't actually spot Guardian long early either, so the element of surprise is still there.
Flamey has another AWP, so they're going for the double AWP setup. And I was going to say I wanted Edward to have it, but I think Flamey has the AWP because of his position down in B. I think it's not a question of who's necessarily better with it, but it's the question of who's normally holding that B spot. Guardian with a great shot there, and that's all they needed. 1 kill on Shroud, and now they can play so much more defensively, although still trying to take a bit of a fight, and Skadoodle full blind. And still with enough sense to be taking out that aggressive push from Edward.
Well, okay then, Ska. You're clearly on point. 1 for 1, tit for tat, and now 4-on-4 advantage back towards Cloud9. They still have some nades as well to make this play. But look at this. This is information gathering at its best. C's pushing up the top mid. He's going to take Edward's spot. He's going to find Sean Gares, win that duel. And a man advantage now back for Na'Vi. Gets that poke and starts falling back. And Skadoodle does spot the man out in bank, though. So they do have some HEs. They could just chuck them on top of Zeus's head.
We're going to see they're pushing in now. Nothing in front, but he's going to go down immediately. And Freakazoid is, Skadoodle, sorry, very low on health here. Freakazoid going to get the kill. It is going to be a 2v1. Somehow they bring it back. Skadoodle picking up Sosa. Now Flamey trying to get in. He clicks Skadoodle away. Grenade is going to do a little bit of damage onto Freak, but he's still got it. Double kill currently. He's going to look for the triple here. Walks in, and Flamey somehow does not connect. He's up on the truck, and now he's very low on health. 39, and Freak is hiding in the smoke, and Flamey, he might not see this coming. This is a very unlikely play from Freakazoid. Smoke is about to fade as well. Bomb ticking right in front of him. Flamey trying to walk closer, and he's going to get the shot. Headshot, no scope, and he's got the kit as well. Should have time for the defuse here. Going to be very close, but... yeah, there it is. 7-3, and Na'Vi very, very close, but they do win the round.
That clutch situation, and that's, I mean, that is so huge that Flamey actually wins it because now they have the AWP for Guardian still. Would have been real close otherwise. That's not going to break Cloud9. That's just going to make them hungrier here because they know clutch situation like that nearly worked. We're just going to do it again. We're going to keep putting them in the hot seat. So 7-3 the score. Now Na'Vi slowly but surely walking back in this half. And Cloud9 with all the money they need to go for a full buy. But this time around, it's not going to be Guardian occupying long. It's Edward going aggressive, and this could catch Skadoodle off guard. Smoke goes down, so that's actually already ringing alarm bells here.
Well, it shows you at least that Cloud9 know that something is up. You can tell that they've got 2 people holding in the back ready for someone to push through. Shroud and Skadoodle and Shroud, I think, are both very close by, just trying to keep an eye on it. Actually, Shroud moving all the way up here now. And Edward does get in behind them into the playground. Skadoodle right next by the fountain. Wrong timing here is going to get him killed, and he doesn't get the scope on there to Edward. Really good timing here from the Ukrainian player. And now Freakazoid. Can they trap Edward back here somewhere? That's the big question.
They're going to have to try. They have to deal with Edwards at some point. This is buying so much time. Edward just sitting on that rock. He's going to peek out at the perfect time. Long distance spray to take out Nothing. But Sean Gares takes out Seized in turn. So the A defense does get weakened, but there's still 2 players alive here. Flamey going to be able to take out Sean Gares in the end. Shroud tried to push forward. He takes out Flamey immediately. Recovers that bomb. So important. Needs to win the duel versus Zeus. Had he won that duel, could have been a winnable situation there for Cloud9, but then Na'Vi, they just tighten up the defense and take the win from there.
7-4 here. Na'Vi are slowly bringing it back. I mean, they did that one pause, and it seems to be working out for them. They've actually managed to consolidate the defense just a little bit. You can clearly tell there was a decision, a very sort of deliberate decision on Cloud9's part to say, let's not waste time fighting Edward, because he's just going to hide and try and stay alive for as long as he can. Better yet to just try and see if we can ignore him and go for the bomb side. Flamey gets the right Molotov this time and goes for the follow-up flashbang and then the spray down on Shroud. Very nice teamwork. That's how it was supposed to work all those rounds ago where it failed. This time, he puts down the Molotov, teammate puts down the flashbang, and they're in for it.
Yep. And perfect flash, and just like that, 1 kill. They do recover the AK, so Cloud9 at least have that going for them. This is going to slow down the pace for them, and as that smoke clears, follow-up smoke. Flamey, however, knows that somebody's still lurking. Whew, that looked way too close. Thought Nothing was donezo, but he's still here. And now with a minute left on this clock, Cloud9 continue to push forward. And Sean Garris dancing right there with that Tech 9, looking to find the opening. But Seized will take the fight first. He takes out nothing. Skadoodle there to return, but then the defense holds, and that could be a double. Yes, it will. Flamey locks down the main entrance. And that's a 5th round on the board now for Na'Vi.
Slowly bringing it back on there. Enough money to buy on 3 members, and maybe Skadoodle could even drop for 1 or just go for a straight AWP. So that's enough. Yeah, 2 AKs, 1 Galil, 1 AWP, and then the armor. Well, no armor actually, just the Tech 9 rifle grenades here on Sean. Sacrificing a lot to try and help out his team with all these grenades. And you see there, Molotov into flashbang into peak. You can tell that that's something that they've been drilling in here, Na'Vi. Sush, though, going to go aggressive, and Freak will get the opening frag. Grenade going to bounce right in, and it does a significant amount of damage. Almost kills him. But it's still a favor or advantage here for Cloud9.
Well, they're taking their time with it. They still have so much time. They don't need to rush behind this. And I mean, you can see that. That's already what's going on here for Cloud9. They start to push up long. They want more map control. They want to move it around. Shroud will get a shot onto Seized somehow, and I'm thinking Seized jumped and the Shroud hit that headshot. I believe it when you say it's Shroud who could actually pull that off. He's got the reactions of a god.
Yeah, we're going to need to go back and look at the demo there. Edward with a very important return frag on Shroud. And now they run into Guardian, and that might be a very big mistake indeed. You know how angry he can get him. Smoke going to be up, and that's a nice way to try and zone him out of using that AWP. And now they're rushing onto the site. Sean going to get the kill. He's got no armor, and he goes down to Flamey. That aim punch, too much to handle, and now nothing gets the first spray. He's up against Guardian. He's going to go for the bomb. Can he pick it up? He sprays. He almost connects. Gonna go for it one more time, and he clutches it. Nothing. He does it ice cold. And that's gonna be another round. 8 now in the back for Cloud9.
No, Anders, not ice cold. The Iceman.
Yeah.
That is a huge round. And that's look at the state of the economy. This could crack it wide open. This could put Cloud9 up on 10 rounds. Na'Vi, if they lose this round right here, they're going to be ecoing or force buying, or they're just not gonna have what they need. So this is it, the big opportunity for Cloud9 to run away with this map.
And look how fast they're being this round. They're actually trying to change up the pace a little bit here, Cloud9, getting quick into connector, trying to see if they can force Na'Vi back fast from the restrooms, and they kind of already have. A couple of flashbangs raining out, and Seized is all the way back here. Guardian still has that AWP. But that round was obviously very big for Cloud9. If they get the next one to connect it with, then it could be 10-5 here for them in the first half. And that's a lot of rounds on the T side of overpass.
Oh, that's huge. That would be a humongous lead. Already coming out ahead with 8 rounds. That's solid work. 9-6, 10-5. These are great score lines.
Look at this. They're hugging the right-hand wall just to not be spotted from the jump, and they're so close. Flamey goes down. Guardian still in play, but Sean just going for the bomb plant. Smoke is there, but Guardian denies it. He knows the angle, and that's a big kill. Can he get a third one as well? Trying to see if he can play around the smoke. He catches Skadoodle. What a play here from Guardian, and Edward's going to finish it off there. That was a sick round. 6-8 as well. All on Guardian to pick up those 3 kills. And I think the part of the trouble is that if you smoke off on the bomb site now where you put down the bomb, everybody who's playing on truck now knows that angle. I think the key now is to actually put the smoke up closer to the truck so that you can't even see where the angle is because everything is smoked off essentially.
It's the default plan, right? It's the default plan. And so that's what's going to happen. They do go for Kevlar in this last round, of course, Cloud9, 15th round, so they're going to be forcing, and Skadoodle decides to run a little bit early, get that timing, see if he can't pull a fast one on somebody, but double Molotov, he doesn't care. Flame retarded underpants, that's what he's got. Skadoodle going to get caught, however, and it's just a slaughter, complete and utter devastation as Na'Vi hold the line. Nothing is here, but he is not for long. Seized with the final kill, and that's a 7-8 scoreline. Na'Vi, they do run it back, but Cloud9 do come out ahead in the end.
Yeah, from what was 7-1 scoreline at one point, we end up with an 8-7 scoreline. Still in favor of Cloud9, and I think still a very good first half. They definitely have the lead going into the second half, but it's still a very, very big slowdown, right? You start off at 7-1, you expect to do better than 8-7. Let's put it that way.
It's true. The pressure does set in. I could definitely see 30 rounds out of this map as well. I could see overtime at this point. A lot of it is going to ride on this pistol, of course. Pretty much the most important round and a half.
Thing is, if Na'Vi win the pistol and make it 10-8, and then they also win the 4th round, that's when Cloud9, I think, mentally are going to have a hard time keeping up. Na'Vi going very quick towards the speed bomb side. They've got 4 armors, and Shroud is going to be the first one into the pipe. Flashbang, but Guardian is there to pick him off. Nothing getting one, and Gonna have a chance to reload here. Got 3 bullets left, and yes, he will make it out. Freakazoid is there, and Na'Vi, they're slowing down, and that's a big mistake. All of Cloud9 are coming, including nothing from behind, and he's gonna get the double, triple kill in total. The Iceman strikes again. 9-7 here, and I can't believe it. Whatever nothing did in the beginning, whether it was the ice on his head,
it's been a long time
some
since
kind of
played.
meditation here. This is unreal.
It's been a long time since we've seen nothing play at this level. A long time. This is like 1.6 nothing. Like 1.6 fans here are like, I haven't seen nothing play like this in years. And he's been so consistent throughout the tournament. 2 days running now where he's been just, it's big play after big play. And so Cloud9 now, they get the strong start in the second half as well. It will be the force buy from Na'Vi now. Tech9, Armor. But a slow pace from Na'Vi, not really trying to get aggressive, not really trying to get in too fast. They don't want to run into a trap. They're just getting that control. They're just clearing out top mid. They've got a man pushing up long now as well. That's going to be Guardian, checking the likely spots for a jump scout. Skadoodle, however, not quite over here. He is playing on the A side, of course, but he's kind of covering multiple angles, as we can see now. So we'll see when he decides to actually take that peek long, and if he's going to be greeted by Guardian with that P250. And yeah, I think Sean Gares was the one to spot out the player there, and Skadoodle instantly takes up that line, attempts the shot.
Yeah, and Sean actually knows because he gave up a round somewhere in the group stage to peeking long like this. So he should definitely know that it's not worth it to overpeak that angle. Skadoodle gonna sort of try anyway, but they should just let Na'Vi get a little bit closer and then try and fight them in close range here. That's gonna be just fine. They can just go for the retake if they need to, just as long as they don't lose a bunch of players early on here. Sean actually gonna let Cease through the smoke, but then the grenade follow up on Flamey. Bomb is down, but Cloud9 doing a good job here, and especially Freakazoid picking up that double kill. He goes down, Skadoodle that is, and Freak, the smoke is gone. He's going to jump, check the corner, very important, but Sue still gets the kill. Oh no, this could turn around for them. Nothing going to get the kill, and he's in a 1v2. This is a big turnaround here. Na'Vi looking to win the round, and they will. Edward with the triple kill, and that's going to make it 8-9. What a big giveaway here.
And it all starts basically from C's running through that smoke on a Sean Gares.
Yeah.
Getting up close like that, managing to, I mean, it's also the same thing that we saw Na'Vi doing at the beginning of the half, playing a bit too far back on the site. They didn't challenge Na'Vi at all on that map. They didn't challenge them at long. Take advantage of the fact you have your scout, you have rifles. Try and slow them down. Don't let them be up on your front doorstep before they actually start going onto that site. They are going to go aggressive in this round, and that's fine. It's a couple P250s, a couple pistols, but Na'Vi having none of it. They're going to go straight out onto the B site. So Cloud9, they get the info, but it's too late by the time they can actually convert that. Shroud is gone, and the bomb site's going to be it's going to be taken over by Na'Vi.
Yeah, easy kill from Seuss, who was lurking around there. Sean really wants to knife Seuss as he's expecting him to come out again. It's an interesting plan. Ends up dropping, and sees with a good spray there, taking down nothing. So 9-9. That's going to tie the scoreline here, and we're moving into the 19th round. You were sort of hinting at the idea that we could be seeing all 30 rounds here. Definitely possible now that Na'Vi made that big turnaround here. 4 grenades being picked up on Cloud9, and they could have gone for Masters, but I'm kind of glad that they save one more time here and just go for this instead. So we'll see if they get it right.
I mean, Cloud9 have done this in the past, right? Where they go for that force and it's cost them, where they don't have the HEs, the Molotovs, and the op for Skadoodle, or even a double op. Sean Gares, perfectly capable of opping. So I'm glad to see them willing to take that step back, be willing to give Na'Vi the lead, and then make that up in the next round when they have all the gear. And with a little bit of luck, I mean, that's kind of what they're counting on here. A little bit of luck in Cloud9. If they catch Na'Vi running through a choke point rather with the HEs, they could do some big damage. But Na'Vi taking all the time.
Oh wait,
Bomb is making its way back through T-spawn towards B site. So they might be greeted here. This might actually work out for Cloud9. It's a question of whether Sean Gares decides to change it up.
They've been patiently waiting for so long now. It feels like they shouldn't really give it up at this point in time. Flamey going to make a bit of noise up here. Cloud9 still waiting with all those grenades. If Na'Vi bunch up, if they group up right here, this could get interesting. Skadoodle waiting. First guy to spot them. They're running back, and yeah, Flamey sees that there's no one in A. So, yeah, if they had all walked in, you guys can let your imaginations do the rest. Was an interesting idea from Cloud9, but it doesn't quite work out. And thanks to Flamey, really good job on him, just spotting out spotting out there's no one there and realizing that everybody else has to be at B, obviously. So, nothing, the last left alive here. It's a really not that big of an investment for Cloud9 to buy, $300 on each person, and they have plenty of money in this upcoming round anyway, so they're going to be fine.
And it's Sponge who was actually praising Na'Vi earlier on Twitter for being a systematic team. Just walking through, step-by-step, checklist. Mid, check. Long, check. Link, check. You know, just clear out the map, get all of the information, and then once you have it, you make the call. So Flamey's saying, nobody's on site. Check, 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 go.
Yeah.
Get on there, get that plant. Don't even take the risk of walking into a trap. And that's really clever by Cloud9, because if Na'Vi aren't that thorough, they could walk into that choke point. They were fixing to. Yeah. So Flamey, the hero, the hero of that round, essentially, for Na'Vi.
It definitely is possible. Well, a one-round lead here for Na'Vi. Cloud9 have gone through a double save to get where they are now. AWP on Skadoodle. He's looking for the shot. He sees the jump, but I think he also got spotted himself, and he's going to quickly change his position. And I think that's a good idea. Being that forward is great if they don't know you're there, but if they know you're there and they come up connector as well, things start to get tricky. You did have nothing there, but still, don't want to overplay your hand here. So much is riding on this round.
So we have to see whether they make the correct call as well as far as the rotation is concerned.
They're doing this setup again where they have Sean alone out here, and I keep saying the only way I see this working out is if they pop flash Sean into peak. If he's just here alone, I think the best he could do is get a kill and then he goes down, and that's not worth it.
Well, nothing is here.
Yeah,
nothing is here with the flash, and this could be it. I mean, they tried it last time, and the timing was just off. Is nothing going to hit? This Guardian is now boosted up. Nothing needs to throw that flash. Is it actually going to happen? He sees the gun barrel, and there it is. Sean Gare starts it off, loses the follow-up, but he does the damage to Flamey. 35 seconds left. There really isn't a lot of time for Na'Vi, and Flamey just crossing his fingers, hoping that nothing will take the peak, hoping that nothing will overextend. But it's going to be Skadoodle now. First line of defense, spots the first man out. That's a lot of information gained for Na'Vi, and Zeus is going to rush him down. The rotation is coming through, but these seconds, they matter so much, and now nothing. Does he take that fight? Does he actually take the peak? He takes the fight, actually, and it's a double spray. That's how it works. And Freakazoid comes in, drops the man, nothing with the last kill. All three alive at the end of the round, and Cloud9, in the key round that they saved an extra time for, they win it and tie it up at 10-10.
Yeah, big plays coming out there. Now they go into a double up setup, and Na'Vi, they have money to buy anyway here. I still think it's very sketchy with that setup. I don't like Sean being out there alone. I think the idea that they keep having is that nothing is going to be a big enough distraction down there that Sean can go out and get the kills, but it's not worked a single time yet. Every time so far, he's either died straight away or he's traded 1-for-1. And they don't do the pop flash at all. They haven't. I don't see him done that pop flash a single time. So I'm really not a big fan of it.
Well, it worked, Anders. It worked.
No, the follow-up defense worked. It almost cost them the round that they took that fight out there. Oh, Skadoodle, Sean, double AWP is going to make them a lot less mobile, but if they can just get the entry frags, that's not going to matter. You can see now Flamey walking right in and taking out Shroud, who's not been having a fun time at all on overpass here. Flamey looking for a bit more, and a great headshot to drop Skadoodle as well. Score is tied at 10-10, but if Na'Vi win this round, that's going to crush the Cloud9 economy and make it very tough here for the NA team to fight at the late stages of this grand finals. Nothing going to go down as well. That's now a quad kill for Flamey. He's almost single-handedly, or he has single-handedly destroyed Cloud9 in this round. Sean Gares trying to push up here, but Flamey, is he going to be denied the ace? Ceased almost getting that kill here, and Sean going to try and run away.
Guardian wants that off as well. He's going to be closing up on long. But that is just individual performance at its finest. And Seized will find Sean Gare, so no op save for Skadoodle. And it's as simple as a reset economy. And there we have it. Cloud9 back to 1,400 starting money. And this is just catastrophic. Because now Na'Vi, they're going to get so close to the goal. They have Bank being developed here. Flamey sitting at nearly 9,000. There's a big buffer, and they're going to be able to develop that further here, Na'Vi, in this round. And now Cloud9 decide to go for something that we haven't really seen yet. The straight-up long rush with pistols. Well, okay, then. We'll see if they can actually get some joy out of this, seeing as how Na'Vi are putting 4 players at top mid. 5 of them, actually. So this could get interesting here. Guardian going to take this peek. Spots the man holding close, however, but there's an effective trade. Nothing comes right back into it.
Yeah, really great job here. Nothing with the double. He's going to have a bit of a chance to reload as well. Grenades raining in. Can he get a third one? Seized us there, and nothing gets a triple kill. But it is maybe not enough here. Shroud in a 1v2, and this has not been Shroud's map so far. And I think the last time we saw him on overpass as well, he was struggling a bit. I think it was some of the other maps that he was carrying on, but I could be wrong about that. He certainly is struggling to get into the match here. So a nice clutch, pistols versus rifles, that definitely sparks some confidence. If he's in the right corner, and if they push in, it's winnable. It could be done.
Always is, but Na'Vi, they're so clever at taking their time. 40 seconds, they start running the bomb back towards B. Figure they can double up over there. There will also be more space for them to work with, although Shroud could be trying to hold somewhere in like Sewer or even here in T-Spawn, but 25 seconds left is cutting it pretty close. They will have enough time to check the angles, though, and not get caught, basically, if Shroud was waiting around the angle. So no problem at all. Zeus just reading the situation like a book. Smoke goes down, and the free plant happens here.
Shroud, I think, should be running long and picking up a rifle instead. There's no, yeah, because he's going to do that. There's no reason to try and fight, you know, for a retake in this situation. So it's still a huge win here for Cloud9. I mean, all those kills off of just pistols, and if he can save the AK as well over here somewhere, that's going to be huge.
They didn't even bother to try and save and try and throw these AKs away. Interesting. Doesn't matter, really, in the end.
Well, I mean, I think actually they could have definitely thrown them over the edge there, but what if you get caught? What if Shroud is close by and you're, you know, tossing AKs around or something? I think they were really worried that that round was going to spiral out of control. So 12-10 here is going to be the scoreline. Na'Vi now with a 2-round lead, but Cloud9 doing quite heavy damage, and saving the AK means they can actually go for a buy. They won't have the Freak could drop the ult, but then he'd have no armor.
I'll take the hit, Freak. Give Skadoodle that op. I mean, they've been doing it so far, and Skadoodle is a specialist. He's one of those opposites like Guardian, basically.
But then again, Skadoodle's only got 8 kills as well in this game, so both him and Shroud have really been struggling. Maybe it's better. I mean, Freakazoid's been doing really well, so maybe it is better to invest the rifle into him. Grenades on in. Guardian looking for an opening, but won't get it. Shroud denies it, and a sick headshot to take down Flamey. That was a real peekaboo moment.
And now that's actually Na'Vi changing up. They don't really know what to do. They're like, wait a second, I didn't even see that guy. And yeah, you're right. Sean Gare's pushed all the way up. And this is a sick flank. This could completely catch Na'Vi off guard. Except that, look at that Guardian. Are they're expecting this. Edwards zeroed in. He's a Tiger after all.
I have no idea how they knew that. Now, nothing in a precarious situation. He's going to get the first kill there and spots the bomb as well. But Edward just flanking everybody right now, taking out nothing as well. But it is a 3v3, and Skadoodle's here on the site now. Would be a great time for him to step it up. Maybe not the best map so far for him, but he can make up for it if he gets a kill or two right now. Smoke goes up all across the board. He's going to try and jump up on top of it. He gets a good shot there on Zeus, and now it's a 2v3. Edward and Guardian left, and Skadoodle picks up a double kill. Guardian goes down, triple spray down. Skadoodle, he brings it right back when it matters in 12-11. And look at that, from 8 kills up to 11. And those are huge impact frags here.
What is Na'Vi's answer to this now? How do they change it up? Because that's going to be the breath of fresh air in Cloud9 sales. And so now, 4 rifles, the op on Skadoodle, basically Cloud9 get a second chance at it, and this is looking like it's going to go to 30 rounds, Anders. This is way too close to call, because every single time a team gets ahead, boom, the other team comes right back into it. They change up, they pull it off. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Skadoodle pre-aiming on that spot that they were using earlier.
He is so ready for it. If he had waited another couple of seconds, I bet you Edward's going to make the jump. And he's used this once, twice, and that would have been the jump.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. At the same time, do you want to stay that exposed for that long, right?
Well, you can't when there's no one holding connector, and they don't have anyone there. So if they'd had a guy in connector, he probably would have stayed there for quite a while longer. But yeah, it's wise enough, I think, for him to fall back.
And again, look at that. They've given up mid now because of it. They've given up long as well. Skadoodle is just looking into restroom right now, and this is a clever boost, but this is still a lot of ground that Na'Vi are gaining.
Yeah, I'm more okay with this than last time when Na'Vi were doing this, because at least Cloud9 have a third guy here to cover long.
Yeah, so, and Guardian making sure that Sean Gares isn't holding close this time around. Learned his lesson.
Setting up for the smoke here towards the bank, and it's going to be right in there to block out anyone who would come and help out now. The tower is going to be down over by the sign there. Sean Gares in a great position here. They're going to walk right through. He gets the one, he gets the double. No chance at all. Nothing getting a kill on Zeus as well, and this is going to equalize the score, and return seized. Now in a 1v4. It's going to be 12-12, ladies and gentlemen. And Cloud9, they are showing way more mental strength than they ever did on Dust 2. It looked like they were about to break every time they lost a little bit. They were looking confused and bewildered. Right now, they look like they can feel the victory, and they're gunning for it.
And Seized lives through the round. If he gets caught, this is big, but he lands the headshot on nothing, and he will live through the round. $350. When you live through the round as Tisa, as a terrorist, without the bomb getting planted, you don't get any money at the end of that round. So it's so important, if you live, to hold on and stay safe and just hide. So double off setup now. Cloud9 taking Guardians. I was like, thank you very much, sir. And this is a big opportunity now for Cloud9 to get some confidence and to get some money. But there you go. Aggressive mid. Skadoodle, no fear at all. He knows the state of the economy of Na'Vi. He goes ahead with some aggression and actually pays off for him.
That kind of aggressive peak is also a way of almost sort of flaunting your own confidence, just saying, we've got it, but a nice shot. Seized. Perfect spray there. Long range to take down Skadoodle. Look how aggressive he is. He's the only one with a rifle. He knows if this round is going to be a one, it's going to be by him, but good crouch there. Freakazoid not even taking any damage, and Sean and Freakazoid picking up another kill. It's all on Guardian, and he goes down. Triple kill for Freakazoid. And there's that round lead, 13-12. Wow, this is turning into a crazy match. I don't know how you feel, but right now I feel like Cloud9 are winning this game a lot more than Na'Vi are.
I do as well, and this as well, this kind of buy from Na'Vi. They feel the noose tightening. I mean, 13 rounds, if Na'Vi loses 14, and then again, Na'Vi will be forcing. If they don't get a bomb plant out of this, it's going to be huge. They don't have any nades really either. They have to rely on people just flat out winning duels versus a fully equipped Cloud9.
Yeah, not going to be easy. Seized. Normally you'd be here with a Molotov or an HE to grenade exactly where Shroud is holding, but they just don't have that equipment, so maybe they could go for a boost and try and pick someone off over the actual wall. You can still do that, and maybe Zeus, is he going to come and try and see if he can boost it up here? Wouldn't be surprised if Zeus is calling for it, so it looks like that's what they're about to do. And that can definitely catch out Shroud. He's in a perfect position to get killed by this kind of boost. Grenade, tagging up Zeus a bit. We should be trying to see if we... Yeah, Zeus, there's the boost over, and Shroud is gone, so very well played on Na'Vi. I mean, they don't have the equipment to grenade him out of there, so they're going to fight him instead, but Edward gets down by Sean.
And really? Are they going to do it again? Oh, this would be so cheeky. But it's not going to happen. I thought that they would go for the boost once again there. It might still happen. Zeus is still hanging around here, so he's still in position, and there it is. Zeus right on the edge, and he gets it again twice in the same row, and it's nothing gone. And there it is, the entry by Flamey. Slaps down Freakazoid, Skadoodle, and Sean Gares. They're doing work. I mean, they have to at this point, but yeah, Sean Gares doesn't want to have anything to do with this. He's backing off on the A side, trying to hold his gun, and Skadoodle's going to do the same thing. But that is insanely clever. What a play by Zeus. Usually you take that once, and that's the end of things. But to actually control sewers that long and go for it again?
I mean, I was about to say, actually, it's very clever by Jordan from nothing to go and sit in that corner, just because once they've cleared it out, surely they won't be... I mean, maybe they'll check it if they run into the bomb site, but they won't be doing the same boost one more time. That's very unlikely. So, yeah, that's some next-level stuff here coming out of Zeus, and that actually won them the round. No need for grenades, no need for Molotovs or anything else, just a clever boost, and the same one twice to bring it back to 13-13. Money is still there for Cloud9, though, and a bit of a pause being caused for. All right. See what this is going to land us.
All right. Well, I mean, everybody's still here, so...
Guardian asking if it's a technical or if it's a timeout.
It's a timeout, yeah.
A proper timeout here to discuss what is going to be happening next.
Well, the line is so close now between these teams. Thanks to Skadoodle and Sean Gares saving, they will have a solid bye in this next round, so they have that much to go off of, but this is pretty much the round where they need to win it flat out. If they do, they can clothesline Na'Vi. Na'Vi's still very close behind them, though. And Na'Vi, even if they lose, because they won that last round, now they actually have a little bit of a buffer. If Cloud9 could have just won it decisively, then Na'Vi would have had nothing to work with. It would have been awkward force buys with Tech-9s and Galils.
Yeah.
But now Na'Vi actually have just a little bit more money to work with, which won't make it easy for Cloud9 to close this out easy.
I mean, it's hard to guess at what Cloud9 are going to be throwing at us here, but something that they haven't done very much at all is trying to take very aggressive control on connector. When they've had one person there, it's just been the single. I think Jordan has been playing there a couple of times, but generally speaking, they haven't had the two, or sometimes you can go for 3 people in that connector. Free swag. Oh, yes.
He's actually like, throw me some free swag, so it's like the 2 birds, 1 stone.
Trying to save this.
Yeah, buddy.
No, but, I mean, you can have 2 or even 3 people in that connector, and that's something that Cloud9 haven't really been doing. If they want to throw Na'Vi off guard, that might be a way to do it. I mean, you know, just trying to think back to the last 26 rounds, that hasn't happened even once, so... And Zeus, look at him. There are some... These aren't suggestions being pulled out here. These are commands.
Oh, it's a bit going back and forth right now, but there we go. On pause. These teams are heated, and Zeus is talking quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, buddy, man, this is good. Now we get into the thick of things. 27 rounds in. 13-13, and both teams full bot.
It looks like Cloud9 are thinking that it might be B push coming out here, because they put 3 fuel there initially, but then they have the Sean Skadoodle combo up here, and this is kind of cool. As soon as Skadoodle's going to take a shot, I think Sean is just going to put out that flashbang to make sure that no one can follow up on it easily. So it's kind of almost a way of getting like a free attempt at a shot without risking too much. And Skadoodle going to be falling back. He should not go for the repeat here.
But Sean is doing that one play once again. He's getting up close. Does he decide to stick this, or is he going to back off? I mean, he does have Skadoodle holding the line as well to help him, so...
Yeah, and I think that's what they're thinking. That's like I said, when nothing was down there, I think what they want is for him to take the attention and then for Sean to get a bunch of kills. It just hasn't worked out that way yet, but I mean, maybe it will. It
allows for Sean to hear as well into restrooms. They don't actually have to commit anybody there because he's getting a lot of information. If Navi's step, if they make any noise, these kinds of jumps, like, Sean is hearing all of this.
I'm still not a big fan, and Sean has been spotted out, so now they know, and he's trapped in a very strange corner. Molotov goes out, and I don't blame him. Follow-up grenade, but, I mean, Navi, if anything, are wasting a lot of time. You got to give that credit to Sean for this here. 30 seconds, but he goes down to Guardian, and Skadoodle going to be falling back. I still think that's a very weak setup, and now Skadoodle just trying to buy time, and that's a good idea, because there's only 25 seconds here. Navi are running out of time. Look at the bomb. It's really far away from the bomb site. Oh no, if they lose a round due to the time being out, that's going to be horrendous. But Skadoodle will be dropped, and they can't really stop the bomb. They don't have any grenades, so Zeus gets a free walk in. Freakazoid going to go down, and nothing in Shroud are left here. 2v4, and he can't stop it. I actually love that attempt. If he gets the kill on whoever's putting the bomb down, could have been the round, but Shroud alone takes one. As many kills as he can, but it's going to be the end of it. Wow, 13-13. Oh, sorry, 14-13 here. And not enough money here on Cloud9, but if they don't buy now, they're essentially fighting for overtime.
And another demonstration of Na'Vi being so clinical. Guardian, he could have very well run right past, assumed that he checked it once before, remember? So he could have assumed that Sean Garris was just going to fall off that play. But no, he takes the time, checks the angle, and doesn't get caught off guard. That changes everything for Na'Vi. So that's the key moment right there in the round. And well, they're trying to do the best that they can here, Cloud9.
Wow.
Pistol eco, and well, that works too. Shroud with the double. That's definitely going to slow things down here for Na'Vi.
Don't push. There is no reason for them to push. You can see Freakazoid was so close to peeking that. There is absolutely no reason. They've got a 5v3. They might as well just play this one safely. They got a huge lead, even with pistols. If they try and take fights right now, because they don't have armor, that's exactly what Na'Vi want. That'd be delicious for them if that happens.
They still hold. I mean, they've got a man up in connector as well. This is so close. If Na'Vi commit to the B site, they have 3 people playing site right now for Cloud9 with one very easy rotation, and Sean Garris holding on long lurk roll, basically gathering information, saying, I don't see anybody. Stay there.
And they're going to try and go for the boost again. They do have the Molotov this time, so they can actually hard check that corner where Shroud is holding. And I'm guessing that's exactly what's going to happen. Before it even lands, Shroud is gone. Great headshot from Guardian here. But coming up from behind, and nothing picking up that kill. It's now a 2v4, and they're running out of time as well. 28 seconds here. It's a 2v3. Where is that bomb plant? It's not happening. It will happen. Guardian holding it down and seized. Did he stop? No, he did put it through. Now it's a 2v2. They've got almost no health, but they can still win this. There's the shot from Seized, and now Sean. One click on either player, and he's going to be able to clutch this in a 1v2, but he has to find them first. And you can tell he's looking. He's got no grenades, no kit, no armor. And Guardian is right underneath him. There's the first free kill. He's going to charge on in. Seized. Is he going to go down? He gets a headshot. Unreal play. Triple kill. And that's going to put Na'Vi at 15-13. Match and map point here. What a way to win that round.
And Sean is going to be replaying that round over and over for the next 10 years. What could have been if he had clutched that for his team? That would have wrecked Na'Vi. And that would have been Cloud9 right back in this match. But now Cloud9, they need 2 rounds. They've done well so far on the CT side. They just need 2 more rounds to take this to overtime, whereas Na'Vi, it's the single one. And they're going to be feeling fired up after Seized clutching that. So this is it. And now Cloud9, again, changing it up. They haven't gone for this 1-2 aggressive kind of play over on long either. But Na'Vi not really showing anything, not really showing any aggression here early on. Patiently holding. This is very wise by Na'Vi. They know that Cloud9 might get desperate and try and go for some kind of aggression. And so now Flamey, instead of getting caught off guard, he's kind of safe when he spots a man.
I mean, once again, this is making Na'Vi waste a lot of time, but Sean falling back here. Guardian going to almost peek him. That was incredibly close. Sean could have got killed as he was just trying to retreat. But you can tell now, Na'Vi, I mean, we've got about 50 seconds left on the clock here, and they're not even halfway across the map. So Cloud9, even no kills, no damage, they've still done a lot here to slow down Na'Vi. And that's why we keep saying, you know, game after game on overpass, you should be aggressive.
Yep.
Because it will at least buy time on the CT side.
It's the key to strong CT on overpass. That's pretty much it. But they are going for a bit of a gamble, Cloud9. They do have 3 players holding up on A, but that's going to pay off with nothing taking off Flame. The only issue is 4 players about to go onto the B side here for Na'Vi, and it looks like Shroud going to set up that flash. There's the peek behind it. Seized. Does manage to get up close to Pillar. Smokes are about to go down for Na'Vi as well. They're going to get some space to work with, and Freakazoid, it is imperative that he actually hits the shots, but nothing also doing some pretty good work. Takes out Seized, and this is going to be it now. Whether Na'Vi manage to pull it off or not, this is all it's on, and nothing with the last bullet will take out Zeus. Sean Gares will walk in, but it is a quad kill for nothing in the end. And just like that, Anders, 30 rounds, we're going the distance back to back.
And the money for Na'Vi is not exactly great. That bomb plant would have helped them. If they got the bomb plant, it's a near perfect buy for them. But now it's not anywhere near that, and nothing is dropping a 30 bomb as well. The meditation, the ice bag.
The Iceman.
All the combination, yeah, the Iceman. Incredible. Sick from pretty much all throughout the day. Not been having a good time, and you can tell every time he's on camera, he looks like he's about to meet his end, but he's putting all his energy right now into winning this game, or at least bringing it to overtime. Wow.
This is just impressive stuff through and through. A true battle for the title here, and now what is the play? Na'Vi, they decide to take over long. They're going through it once again, being systematic, clearing out restroom. They've worked their way up mid, but there's still a minute left here. It's a little bit of time to play with. Guardian trying to bait out some kind of response.
Sean is holding a corner that, again, I'm not a big fan of here.
He was successful with it last time, right? That's when he got that double spray down. So maybe that's what he's thinking, the reasoning behind him taking that position.
He definitely was, but as I recall, a lot of teams check this corner, and especially because he already used it once, I'd say there's a decent chance Na'Vi are gonna check this. I'm not a big fan of it. Well, we'll see. They are pushing up, and he just goes for it. Aggressively sprays down 2, and that's huge. Well played, Sean. Sees they're going to be able to take him down, but then Flamey returns with a double of its own. It's a 2v2, and Flamey gets a triple kill. And now it's all on Shroud here. 17 seconds, and he goes for the fight. He goes down, and Na'Vi are going to win it 16-14. And you can tell the impact on Cloud9 there. Oh, wow. What a game this has turned out to be. Huge victory for Na'Vi.
Just legendary.
Flamey to clutch it. I mean, he had some very good rounds throughout this tournament.
You can be sure, yeah. They are destroyed, Cloud9. Especially after it starts so well in that round. Sean getting the double, but then they aren't able to make it work. Na'Vi this time, they will be going for the handshakes, of course. True sportsmen both, as far as the teams are concerned, but yeah, this is going to be a huge blow dealt to Cloud9. But at the same time, there are positives here that Cloud9 can push a team the distance.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's lots of positive things to talk about, and maybe only a few details to correct, but it's not going to be this grand finals.
Yeah, and already just breaking it down. Nothing as well, just incredible performance there, but truly Na'Vi, another title for them, and it just shows how close it is at the top. Now, we have a true North American contender.
Oh yeah, that much is clear. No one can argue otherwise at this point in time. A few kinks, a few things changed, and things will be better. Wow, I mean, considering how it all started off, they brought it back on Dust 2, almost managed to win it here on Overpass. Just a couple of rounds difference.
And Stunner, yeah, that's pain. But there's joy, right? It's just, you have one winner, you have one loser. That's the long and short of it.
What this also does is cements the fact that Na'Vi is also still a team that's just improving so massively that it's really quite incredible. And I think we're going to be ready on the stage as well. So Sadakist, take it away.